Welcome to the Games Drive-In. This is John, and today we're going to be talking about Faerun. Good old Faerun. But not this Faerun. I'm sorry. We're actually going to be talking about the Dungeons & Dragons Dicemasters, the Battle of Faerun. So, in the previous video, I showed you the starter. And now we're going to be looking at the expansion pack checklist, which shows 128 cards, 4 of which are super rares, all the commons and everything, which is really great. And I now have something you can't see in the picture right now, so I'm going to lift this up for a moment, get a better angle for you. Alright, this is the Dungeons & Dragons Gravity Feed. I have currently two of these in my possession. I'm going to use some beautiful movie magic and open these and then give you an overview of what I find inside. Alright, so stay tuned, and I'll be right back after I pop almost 200 packs. Be right back. Well, we're back, and this is the result of just one of the two boxes, the gravity feeds. And much to my surprise, there were 2 super rares in this one. And all in all, I'm not really missing all that much. Currently, from the little checklist that they give you, I'm missing 1 uncommon, 7 rares, and 2 of the super rares. So, what? I'm missing 10 cards out of a complete set, and I haven't even opened up the second box. Will I open up the second box? Well, I may. Couple things I noticed while going through, because I haven't really read the cards. I was just trying to get the items down, just trying to figure out what I have, what I don't have, try to figure out these piles. I found a couple things I didn't like, look at that. I'm not sure if you can really see that, but there's a big old hole in my tree. A lot of the dice are really awesome looking. I mean, I can't say no. I mean, the Mind Flayers have these sparkly gray dice with a little bit of a pinky purple. Limited Wish is Aladdin's Lamp. So I'm not upset, but I just noticed some of the dice that I pulled had a couple defects, so I won't be able to use them regularly, in good conscience. So, yeah, this was just the Booster Box 1 update. Crazy, isn't it? Alright, be back in a second. Alright, welcome back. I just popped open another bunch of packs and kind of disappointed. I only got 3 cards I wasn't missing out of the whole other booster box. So, yeah, I know it, has a probability of happening and all that. And even my super rare was a duplication. The super rare I got a second one of was the Red Dragon. So, yeah. So, from looking through these cards, I see a lot of fun things. And I really do mean that. But I did see a couple things that I was not keen on. Just the way things are worded, or just a few little things, odds and ends. So I'm going to start over here with the Mind Flayers. Really should have a box or something to put these in. I got 2 out of the 3 Mind Flayer cards. So we'll start with the common variation, the Mind Flayer Lesser Humanoid. Make sure you can see that nice and clearly. Actually, what I may do is something a little bit different for this game's drive-in. And then the Mind Flayer Greater Humanoid. Those are, I always like the Mind Flayers. They fly under the banner of evil. They have the evil icon. 5 and 6 for costs. Fun thing about the Lesser Humanoid is that you may knock it out, or if your opponent has a sidekick die out, you may knock it out and spin the Mind Flayer up 1 level when you field the Mind Flayer. That's a pretty cool ability. I mean, knocking out sidekicks, always like that. I'm going to move on to the next corner over here for the Drow Assassin. Drow Assassin. I have 3 levels of Drow Assassin: the Lesser, the Greater, and the Paragon. The Lesser has no card abilities. He costs 3. It's pretty decent. Overall, his stats are okay. For what you expect from Assassin, higher attack than defense, except for his 3rd side, which is a 4/4. So, overall, not a bad card. I mean, overall this set is not a bad set. For those who like D&D, especially, you know, the monsters of D&D, or some of the, if you're a Faerun fan, that goes without saying. But I really do think there's some of the cards in here that will be in most decks if given the chance. Now, I know this may be one of those sets that may have some controversy around it, since it's not a superhero themed like Marvel or DC. A lot of people may look down upon this set like they look down on the Yu-Gi-Oh set. I don't look down on this set. In fact, this set is what caused me to buy AVX and Uncanny X-Men. So I'm really happy about this set. One card that took me by surprise is the Pit Fiend. Now, with the Pit Fiend, you expect some cool things. The Greater Pit Fiend, which is the uncommon, and he can reduce the cost of other fiends to a minimum of 0, which is great because the previous fact said minimum of 1 if it doesn't state 0. However, the Pit Fiend is the only fiend I can find. Unless I'm missing something that I didn't read or overlooked, I cannot find any other fiend. So he only works with himself. Not sure if that's a great thing or not. Other than that, I mean, this is a solid set. I'm looking forward to sleeving it and hopefully playing it later this week. They have a lot of spells, which will be very much like your actions. You have gear, which is kind of like Captain's Shield or Mylinor, like the magic sword or the magic helmet. Very awesome concepts. but you can only attach it to someone that has the equipped icon, which is a new rule, and that's the hammer and pickaxe. So that's a brand new little thing, but you can level up your characters or buy new equipment, which I think is a really fun item. Zombies have the equipment rule, which I thought was kind of interesting on top of all that. There's now breath weapon in this game, and it's breath weapon X. X could be any number, and you pay X to deal X to your opponent and all of his creatures. So I see a lot of breath weapon characters coming into play. I think that could be really fun, because, hey look, I don't need to worry about doing direct damage. I can indirectly just keep on fireballing across the field. I mean, the red dragon has breath weapon 2. Of course, he costs 7 to play, or to pick up. Copper Dragon, Greater Dragon is a 5 cost with a breath weapon 1. And the lesser of the dragons, a 4 cost with a breath weapon 1. Green Dragon from the boosters has a breath weapon 1 for a 5 cost. Draco Lich, the rare, has a breath weapon 3, but he's a 7 cost. And the common is a breath weapon 2 for a 7 cost. So, yeah, you can really do a lot of fun things that way, as long as you can get these dragons out. Now, if Yu-Gi-Oh's in the tournaments, watch out for the Dragon Buster, because he can hurt. Another honorable mention is the Trask is in here. He is also a super rare. He has Regenerate, which is a really fun new thing. When he gets knocked out, you get to re-roll his die. If he comes up as a face, he's back on the field. So, both the common and uncommon, I do not have the super rare, but both the common and uncommon have Regenerate. So, wow. Of course, he's a 7 and 8 cost, but hey, once you put him on the table, he may not go away. 50-50 chance that he doesn't go away once he hits the table. So, Vampire has Energy Drain, which you spin down 1 level when you engage an enemy. That's kind of fun. I told you about experience a little bit from the starter. And the only other honorable mention I'm going to say is kobolds. They have Swarm. You get an extra die during your clear and draw step. I'm not sure if that's per kobold. I have to look that up. Or if that's just 1, as long as any number of kobolds are out. So, definitely give it a thumbs up. Artwork, yeah, it's 3 pictures, 4 pictures for each character. Or, the same picture on each card, different subtitles. But we're kind of used to that in Dicemasters now. Artwork, wow. I just say wow, because they really brought to life some of the things I grew up with in AD&D, and especially the Trask, that thing, yeah, scary looking. The cardstock, much like the starter, is a lot thicker than most Dicemaster cards to this day. I'm very happy with that. The only thing I have a couple problems with is I've had a couple of dice in this set that just look like they're miscast or misinked. Here's one, for example. The number 1 on this guy, you probably can't even see it. Here, let me get this even really close here. Let's see if that focuses. The 1 is not colored in that peach color. Not a big deal. I just won't use it, but it's just the point of, yeah, there's some quality issues still, and this is set number 4. So if you are buying this set, from 180 packs, I am missing 7 cards, 2 of which are rare, and 5 of which, or 2 of which are super rare, and 5 are rare. I recommend 1 gravity feed and just trying to buy singles. But if you feel lucky, be my guest. If you just buying stuff, I mean, that'd probably be the best way. That way you get your pick from multiple gravity feeds. Something I really should have done, and I may do for the DC once it comes out. Well, if you like this video, please give me a giant thumbs up. And please give me any suggestions in the comments below. If there's something I could do to improve these Dicemaster sets, like talk about cards, or we could just go through and chat about different things, put it in the comments. I want to know what you guys want to see. I plan on putting up the Yu-Gi-Oh! Probably by the weekend. I got a late start on Yu-Gi-Oh! But I do have a complete set now. And I plan on giving you a total review like I kind of gave you a review of this. There's a lot of honorable mentions, a lot of other cards. And the next big thing I'm going to be working on is the Robotech RPG Tactics. So stay tuned for that. And thank you for coming to the Games Drive-In. Have a good one.